Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and while I take the thumbnail for today's video from this replay, let me give you guys a bit of an explanation as to what happened yesterday. So yesterday's video was supposed to be Top 5 Must-Buy Premium Ships Part 2. However, it appears during the rendering out process, my editing software, Shotcut, decided that the video didn't need the other 8 to 9 minutes of video included in it. Yeah, I'm not sure where whatever happened, but I edited out the full length video, set it to render, and Shotcut, it does weird things sometimes, you guys, and it just didn't include it for whatever reason. So I will be re-editing out that video. I do have all the raw video and audio files, so it's no big deal. It's just a matter of time, and I have to record this video today for tomorrow's video. Well, you're watching it today right now, so tonight I'll be re-editing out yesterday's video to be uploaded on Thursday. I do apologize for that. I decided just to let the video stay up anyway, just so you guys can see what exactly happened, or see the end result, because it is pretty funny. And it's really weird. The audio's all messed up too, but yeah, that video will be out and corrected hopefully on Thursday. Well, you guys know the first 2 ships in the list at least, so it's the other 3 that are still a mystery to you guys. But I do apologize for that. Shotcut does that from time to time. The last time I did that was like freaking 300 videos ago that it did something like that, and I'm going to double check for this video too. And the reason why it made it past me and onto YouTube is just that when I'm making these videos, sometimes I really don't have any time to triple check some things. It didn't flag anything as weird for me because the video rendered out in the normal time it would take a 4K 60 FPS video to render out for me, which is usually about an hour and something. And it took the same amount of time that a normal video takes to upload to YouTube for me too, so it didn't trigger any flags there, so that's how it got by me. But like I said, just the crunch time between my normal job and this, stuff gets lost. Anyway, this replay, you guys should absolutely stick around to the very last second of this replay. This is legitimately the craziest and closest game I have ever seen get sent to me in a replay. So anyway, we've got Fry Guy here in the Tier 8 Premium American Battleship Massachusetts. Normal viewers of this channel should know that I am in absolute love with this ship. This is one of my favorite, probably my favorite premium ship, and it's just beautiful. It's an Alabama, but its accuracy isn't as well good, as you can see from the dispersion there. Oh, I say that, then he nails the Friesland. It's got way better secondaries than the Alabama. You can get them out to around 11.3 kilometers. They reload in 3 seconds instead of the, I think, like 5 or 6 or 7 seconds that the Alabama secondaries reload in. And like I said, they obviously have a much longer range and they're much more accurate. Other than that, Massachusetts and Alabama are pretty much the same ship. Massachusetts has slightly less torpedo protection. Her reduction's like in the 40, 44, 45% area. The Alabama's torpedo damage reduction is in the 50s, I think 54%. Now, he is in a division with his buddy Old School, who is in the Tier 8 Premium American Aircraft Carrier Enterprise. So we got a bit of an American premium theme going on in this video. Now, something worth mentioning is that they are up-tiered. They, however, are not hard up-tiered, though. This is a Tier 9 game instead of a Tier 10 game. But what's very interesting about this match is that matchmaking has put 2 Musashis on the enemy team. Yeah, I'm not sure why, and you'll see me check later in the video, but those 2 Musashis are not in a division. So how it did that, I don't know. So anyway, opening the game's going pretty normal right now. Fry Guy has already gotten 1 kill in his Massachusetts, and he's looking at this Z46 for his next. Now, there goes those lovely Massachusetts secondaries. Now, the secondaries of the Massachusetts are very good for dealing, well, like you see right there, very good for dealing with destroyers. They're very accurate, and they fire pretty dang quickly. And Fragai did not send me his captain build, but I suspect this is a very, 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 very similar build to my Massachusetts build. And I can say that because the secondaries are out to 11.3 kilometers, the amount of time they're taking to fire, it all seems roughly like mine, so I'm just... Oh, and Old School just got his first kill on the Chung Mu by torping the smoke screen over there. And by the secondaries, and he does have adrenaline rush because he's losing health, and look, he lives down to 28 seconds right now. And he's got Superintendent because he's got 5 heals and premium heals. Another thing about the Massachusetts 2, it's got a lovely heal, and it cools down in 40 seconds. Oh, and it has great AA too that's going to come into play later. As far as Old School, don't know what his build is. He's in an Enterprise, and he's rocking it so far. So the situation, enemy team is down 289 points, friendly team is up 352 points, enemy team is down 4 ships, friendly team is only down 2 ships. Now of those 4 ships sunk, 3 of those ships have been sunk by Fragai and Old School. So they're doing pretty dang good so far. They've done a fantastic job of, well, annihilating any destroyer that they come across. And that Tirpitz over here, this is an interesting thing going on with this Tirpitz. I suspect that this is most definitely a Wallet Warrior, and this may be his first or second outing in the Tirpitz, and we'll see why later. Well, first off, he's selling completely broadside onto a Massachusetts from only 13 kilometers away. Now, Massachusetts guns are not as accurate as the Alabama and North Carolina's guns, but they are still fully capable of hitting the target from this range. Thankfully with that Tirpitz, he does turn. And more on him later. So Fragai's pushing into the B cap, where you can see the enemy Missouri is pushing in as well and trying to cap it from Fragai's team. And as far as the teams are going, it's looking like the friendly team, they've gone more east. You can see there's a couple of destroyers and cruisers, and everyone's pretty much hanging back so far in this game, which isn't rare for high tier games, especially tier 9 and tier 10 games. And anyone who pushes forward like this, Missouri gets quickly targeted by, well, everyone, and just gets either melted or deleted or burned away. Now, what's interesting to note here is this Massachusetts has stopped. Ooh, that Mogami got lucky there. He could have been fully deleted. Missouri has stopped. Not bow on to. Oh, hello there, Mogami. Not bow on to Fragai, but rather somewhat angled, and then turns because he is trying to back away because he's probably correctly assuming that he's about to eat a mouthful of torpedoes. So yeah, not really sure what this Missouri thought he was doing, but I mean, you do you, Missouri. I mean, easy kill for the friendly team here. And there is Fragai's third kill of the game so far. So far, enemy team's down 5 ships, friendly team's only down 2 ships. But Mountbatten, you said this is an extremely close game. It's not over. I mean, as much as these complete ruffle stomping of games go nowadays, trust me, it gets much, much, much closer. So this Tirpitz right here, he's dead in the water, he's flooding, and his engine is out. Now, unless this dude got some absolutely horrible RNG, he really should have had his damage con on standby for that situation there. Old School just got his second kill of the game on the Tirpitz. Because most battleship captains will save their damage con for either multiple floods or multiple fires. So unless that Tirpitz, he got like 2 floods or 3 floods on him, popped it, and then got disabled with another flooding, I mean, which is entirely within the realm of possibility, and then got his engine knocked out right after that too. I mean, I don't know. It's just that every time I see a Tirpitz or some high tier premium ship and I see them die under those circumstances, it's a little, thought-provoking. So enemy team just took out the friendly Jean Bar. And Fry Guy is now pushing into the B cap. And there's one of the Musashis who's almost at full health. The Musashi over to the right is being attacked by Old School. And Old School is certainly taking advantage of the Musashis. Now, for those who don't know, and Musashi just took out the Kronstadt. For those that don't know, the big deal about the enemy team having two Musashis is that, one, it's incredibly putting the odds in that team's favor because the Musashi can overpin the bows of any ship, with the exception of, a certain few Russian ships, which they can still pin their bows. It's just harder to do because they have 18-inch guns. They can overmatch the bow armor. It's also kind of not in their favor because Musashi, by tier 9 standards, has, well, no AA. And matchmaking will usually give, if there's two Musashis in queue, matchmaking will give, each team a Musashi. But as you see right now, the enemy team is catching up quite quickly because of these Musashis. I guess they're just now getting within range or getting some clear shots on these friendly ships, and they're just taking them out, bang, 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 one after another, after another, after another. But for now, this rune has wandered to within the secondary range of Fry Guy's Massachusetts right here. And the enemy Lexington is also now visible. And it looks like Fry Guy, he keeps watching and looking over at the C cap at the A cap, because that is where the Musashis are at. And the Massachusetts is not an extremely sturdy ship. There's his 4th kill of the game, another close quarters expert. It's not incredibly tough because it does have American armor, and even when angled, it still gets pinned all the time by the Musashi. Ooh, took another torpedo there. Unfortunately, both of those torpedoes did not hit in his torpedo protection, so he took the full brunt of those. Now he's trying to get some revenge on the Lexington for scratching his precious Massachusetts. All of us battleship captains, we've all been in that situation where you just want to wring the neck of a carrier player after you become their chosen target for the past 8 or 9 or 10 minutes. So the enemy team is catching up in points now because for some while they did have 2 caps, and plus they are making a comeback with the kills. They are now 100 points in the lead over the friendly team here. And this Lexington, man, he's being pretty comfortable with being spotted. Well, it is because of the low yang, but he's not doing too much as far as running away goes. Now, again, Massachusetts does have some fantastic AA. Oh, lordy. My vocal cords got stuck there. It is an American battleship, and it is in the same class as the Alabama, although it doesn't have... it's pretty much the same AA. I think the Alabama has like 1 point more in the AA department, but great AA, and that's going to save them. Well, you'll see. So that Musashi is now going ahead and pushing into B. Fry Guy did take a shot at it, but of course it just bounced because he only has 16-inch guns. And now he is deciding on what to do next. He could go full force into A and try to meet the Musashi halfway and do what he can. Now, there is this Baltimore who is hunting down Old School in the Enterprise. So, more planes. And, ooh, goodbye, Mokami. Again, that's another Musashi that took it out. Yep, there we go. 3 planes, just absolute fly swatter. So, game's closing in. Both teams have 4 ships left. Fry Guy's team has a destroyer, 2 battleships, and the carrier. Enemy team has 1 cruiser, 2 Musashis, and the carrier left. And their cruiser, the Baltimore, is currently hunting down the Enterprise, Fry Guy's division mate. And man, there's a time when those secondaries would keep shooting and try to shoot over that island, but that's since changed. Ooh, that is one. Remember when we last saw him? He was at almost full health. Yeah, I think he came around that corner a little bit too hot, and he got blapped by the Musashi. Because I'm not kidding you, maybe 2 minutes ago, that guy had absolutely full health. But now he's down to 1,500 health. And, yep, there he goes. Musashi takes him out again. And that Musashi just got his Kraken. 3 friendly ships remain. 1 almost dead Loyang. Fry Guy here in his half-sunk Massachusetts. And Old School over in the Enterprise. So Baltimore is at extremely low health. Now, what's really interesting is that Frog Guy here is located, and let's see what happens. Okay, it was the Baltimore. I thought it was perhaps one of the Musashis that had RDF on. So now, Frog Guy is in a tough spot. He needs to sink these Musashis. And oh, hello! Oh, wow. He got lucky there on that overpin on his bow. Citadel's the Musashi. Now keep in mind, he has to sink both of these Musashis if he wants his team to win. And, well, again, Massachusetts is not the toughest ship ever. You can see he keeps looking off to his right here to check on that other Musashi. And this Musashi right here is just giving him absolutely everything with this broadside. And he's just waiting for his guns to reload. They are now reloaded, but unfortunately the Musashi has angled enough to... No, never mind. That was the next salvo. So he's going to bounce his next salvo. And it wouldn't be a water warship scan without some friendly torpedoes coming entirely too close to your ship. So he's braking and turning, pops his last hill. Musashi still has him in his sights. And, oh, absolutely huge hit there from the Musashi. Almost takes out Frog Guy's Massachusetts. Now he's too far angled for Frog Guy to get at his Citadel. Frog Guy almost ran to the island. So you have to turn very, very hard now to avoid this. Lo Yang missed his torpedoes and is now engaging DACA mode, but the enemy Lexington has Lo Yang in his sights with his rocket planes. And, oh, there goes the friendly Lo Yang. And, oh, again, big hits there from the enemy Musashi against Frog Guy. And those weren't even direct hits. And, again, another hit there. Frog Guy's out of hills. This is all the health he has left. He's now being harassed by the carrier. And in the heat of the moment, he is not setting his AA sector. Musashi gets destroyed by some last-minute torpedoes from the Lo Yang. Oh, 2 ships remaining per team. Enemy team is still roughly 42 points ahead at this point. Now, this Lexington right here, I do not know what has possessed him to do this, but he is now charging in after Frog Guy. I suspect that he may have thought that Frog Guy was about to be taken out, or he's at low enough health where he can just hit him with one run of torpedoes or one run of rocket planes and he'll be fine. Frog Guy now turning hard over to avoid these torpedoes. And dodges one torpedo, but he's not going to dodge a second one. Ooh, thankfully that hits the torpedo protection, but still knocks out the engine, oddly. And the Lexington is 10 kilometers away and not turning out, interestingly. He's still showing Frog Guy his broadside. Frog Guy dumps everything he has at the Lexington and misses with that second turret salvo, misses with that. Ooh, getting hit from the other Musashi. And secondaries take out the Lexington for his Kraken and his third close quarters expert. And those are the Musashi's secondaries flying overhead of Frog Guy. Lexington trying to get one last bombing run out on Frog Guy's Massachusetts, but it misses. All Frog Guy has to do now is cap A, and the game is theirs. But is that what happens? Frog Guy's trying to peek at this Musashi. Musashi's hiding behind whatever that little building is right there, that castle. And what happens next is perhaps a little bit of, well, bullshiza. As you guys saw, those shells went through those castle walls. Those shells should have hit those castle walls and not continued on. And I believe that is what Frog Guy was counting on to stop the Musashi shells. He thought maybe I can get at his superstructure, which he certainly could have, because the superstructure was well above the castle walls. But unfortunately, he took his shot and, well, it kind of backfired. Enemy team 825 points, friendly team 769 points. What you're seeing me do right here is I'm trying to get control of the camera. The replay camera gets a bit funky after a ship has died. So, 10 seconds left. 9 seconds. Musashi, 5,000 health. One last run from old school on the Musashi. Musashi has excellent torpedo protection. And 1 torpedo, 403 health, 0 seconds left. Second torpedo hits Kraken Unleashed for Old School, and a literal last millisecond victory there. Double Krakens from that division, 10 kills. So keep in mind, they both got Kraken, which means they got 10 kills that game, which means everyone else, the entire other 10 people on their team, only managed to sink 2 ships. Yeah. An absolute, just, that is, a lot of people send me replays saying last second victory, last second victory. This was a legitimate last second victory. So great job, Frog Guy. Great job, Old School. Y'all rocked it that game, and that was one of the most entertaining and nail-biting replays I have seen in quite some time. So, whew, that was crazy. That was legitimately crazy. And, wow, that's all to say about that. Just, wow. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We're on our way to 5,000 subscribers, and we're approaching that very fast, thanks to you guys. Also, keep a lookout for the top 5 most buy premium ships re-upload video, which should be coming out tomorrow, hopefully, if I can sit down and re-edit it, because those videos do take quite some time to edit compared to my normal videos. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday, and I hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.